all this stuff going on in the world right now, the stress, the chaos, just everything in life, we want to know, what does the universe have to tell us? What do the spirit's guides need us to know? And you're going to pick a card from deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3, and we'll do a reading based on the deck that you choose. So go ahead and pick your deck now, and then I'll go ahead and kick off the reading for you. All right, so for those of you who picked deck number 1, this is your pick a card reading. Okay, so what is it that we need to know right now with everything going on? What do we need to know? Well, it kicks off with the Ace of Swords. It's telling you that you got to get your mind right, right? No more confusion, no more getting caught up in the anguish of other people, no more dealing with things. Get your mind correct. Don't deal with stress, don't deal with trauma, and just really focus. That's why the Ace of Swords is pointing straight up. You're going to wear the crown. The little yods dropping down as sparks of innovation, sparks of creativity, sparks of growth, only when you can get your mind clear. That's the theme of the read. That's what you need to know right now, right? And you can do that. You can totally do that. And the thing that could be blocking you is that maybe you want a little more engagement from the people, a little bit more accolades from folks. But remember, you don't need any input from anybody. You got this yourself. So let the messages stall. Don't worry about it. You don't need things rushing you. You don't need people, trying to talk to you all the time. That's the Eight of Wands. And so what's funny is too, the 5 and the 3, because you're not used to maybe having some quiet downtime because your energy is always running. So the 5 is usually around struggle and the 3 is around communication. So when it's upside right, what gets in your head? Gossip, right? 5 and 3, fast communication is a little bit heavy. Upside down, you're releasing that. So the 5 becomes free and the communication becomes still. So I was just telling you right now, you got to just really take a step back, get your creativity in check, get your mind clear so you'll be okay, right? So that's what you need to do right now. And then the advice for you is judgment. Because the change is going to happen, you have to accept that, right? Don't fight it. Do not fight the change that you need to happen so you can get the rest you need so you can resurrect, so that you can attack things with a clear mind, right? That's why you have judgment. A 20 is a 2. It's a decision. Do you choose to ignore it, or do you choose to say, yes, I hear it, my soul is heavy, but now I'm ready to rise again, get out of the grave, and be a better version of myself? Because that's what's telling you. And again, the only way you can become a better version of yourself is how? Letting the mind rest, ignoring the noise, and being true to who you are, right? Accept the call like, yes, universe, I understand. I hear you, spirit guides. I'm going to let it all go. I'm going to rise again into a better version of myself. How? By letting go of all the shenanigans and all the craziness around me, okay? So that's the overall read that I have for you for deck 1. Now, we're going to pull a couple oracle cards here as well for a little bit more clarification on this reading for you. And what do we got? We have, get back to the body. Judgment, rise again, get back to the body. Isn't it interesting how that whenever we read these cards, the universe and the spirit guides always tell us what we need to know exactly? Look how that resonates. It's almost like it drew my hand to pull that card, and that's a 2. That's a 20, which is a 2 when you reduce it back down. It's all about the decisions that you make. Are you going to allow yourself to get back to your body, or are you going to continue to fight it? Next card is let your higher self lead. Isn't that what judgment's all about? Realizing that it's time to move on and do something better. Let your higher self lead. And here's what's very interesting about this card. It's a 25, right? A 25, it comprises of a 2 energy and a 5 energy. What's a 2? We've been saying it. Decisions you have to make to free yourself from the struggles of the world, so you can relax. And 7, you can then go into a day of rest to really assess things and get your mind clear. Ace of Swords. So as you can see here, the universe is telling you exactly what you needed to do. Now we're going to roll some dice here, which I always do if you're new to me. And we have a 12. So it's a double 6 energies. It's saying that if you want your peace and balance that you're looking for, 12, you have to 1 and 2 it. Again, there's that 2. The 1 is accept the new possibilities from the judgment call. 2, make a choice to roll with it. 3, allows you to embrace it and grow, so you can get back to the body and lead your higher self, and let your higher self lead. All right, that is reading I have for everyone who picked deck 1. Now we're going to go to deck number 2. Alrighty, y'all. For everyone who picked deck number 2, this is your reading, okay? So we're going to look at the advice and the energies given off from the universe and the spirit guide to tell us what we should embrace, look out for, how to overcome all the craziness in the world right now. And so we're going to go ahead and pull the cards and see what the universe has to tell us. All right, deck number 2. What are your answers? The 10 of Wands. So right now you feel that you're a little bit heavy, that you're taking on too much right now. It's really draining all your fire, draining all your passion. It's just too much. Just too much, right? The world's in fire, things are chaotic, and you're feeling it. So you have to really be careful of that, because if you don't delegate, what happens is going to really wear you down pretty quick. So that's the overall vibe, the overall energy for you right now, is that that's what you're dealing with, okay? So then what are you going to be mindful of? The Nine of Pentacles. Realize that you don't have to work that hard, because, right, you already have things that you need. So it's telling you to take a break, enjoy what you have, and stop chasing more. That's the advice it's given you. Stop chasing more. You already have abundance. You're already pretty well off. So more in the financial realm with this deck number 2. But you got to stop being the person who wants to control everything, because when you do, it drains you. So you can't enjoy life. You can't enjoy what you have, right? Stop chasing more and take a step back a little bit. That's what we're seeing right here. And then the advice is the Queen of Swords is telling you is be careful of being a little bit sharp, being a little bit reckless, being a little bit manipulative with your mind, because that doesn't help anybody. So rather than trying to bully people into helping you out, be kind, and you'll get a lot more out of life than what you bargained for, right? So again, don't be the Queen of Swords reversed. Be upright, forward thinking, compassionate, not going to take any garbage. No, she's not the queen, so I'm not Queen of Cups. I'm not talking compassion as a queen. I'm talking about compassion in the mind, right? Just be careful with your words, because upside down, you can get a little bit toxic, a little bit radical. Don't give into that energy. Fight it, right? You have one bird right there. That means new thought. And the sword is pointing down, so it's also telling you is don't go on the attack. Back off. Delegate. Enjoy what you have. And don't let the world get you right now, because it can make your mind go haywire to where you end up overreacting and not enjoying life. And here you see you have a 19, a 9, and a 10. Well, 9 and a 10, the 19 equals a what? A 1 plus a 9 goes back to a 10 again. So it's a cycle you have to break to go 1 to new possibilities, which is the one bird right there in the card. Now we're going to pull a couple oracle cards to see what it has to say for you, okay? So we know we got to let go. We know we got to play it cool, not be so sharp with our words, not be so sharp with our communication, back off a little bit. Be the kind Queen of Swords, okay? I know she's very stern, knows all, very smart, but sometimes people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. When you're upside down, they're never going to know, because you're going to show off, right? And that's why you're not getting the help. So if you want to back off a little bit, you already have enough. You don't need to chase more, then people can help you carry some of the load, okay? Now, again, what does Oracle have to say for you? Light. How can you make this up? Lighten up. 11. It's a master number. It's talking about tap into your intuition. You know what you need to do. Tap into some divine guidance. You know what you need to do. And meditate, right? So you need to lighten up. That's what it's telling us right here. And then dance with fire. How do you dance with fire? Well, you have to stop with the struggle. Realize you have enough and don't be brash with people, right? Back off. Lighten up so you can dance with the fire and have some enjoyment. So the 34 is a 3 and a 4 energy. The 3 is all around growth, communication, even celebration, right? 4 is around stability, stabilizing yourself. How? Through communicating right with others. So you can 7, so you can enjoy that rest, so you can enjoy that time away from all the hardships that you're dealing with right now. So that's what the universe is trying to tell you. Now we're going to roll some dice to wrap this up. This is the thing that I do at the end of every reading. And the numbers is what? Do you see that? It's a 5 and a 3. That's an 8. So what it's telling you is that if you want to break away from 5 struggle, then you have to communicate properly with other people. So 8, you can then move forward. Move forward in unity, move forward in collaboration, right? Not carrying the load by yourself, and move forward so you can continue your growth and your abundance, the Nine of Pentacles, as long as you don't be ruthless and reckless with your words. This all around speech, back off and lighten up. That's your reading for deck number 2. That's what you need to know. Now we're going to go to deck number 3. All right, now we're going to do deck number 3 for all you who chose this deck. And we're going to see what the universe has for us, what the spirit guides has for us, what you need to hear right now with all the stress and chaos in life. What is it that you need to do? What is it you need to hear? Well, we're going to let the cards and energy tell us exactly what it is that we need advice on. Okay, so theme of the read is you got to not be so reckless, right? Don't be so controlling. Don't be a manipulator. Back off a little bit. The Knight of Swords is somebody that doesn't really mess around. He comes in hot and hard, and it just leads to total chaos and destruction. So the advice is, and the theme is, don't be the Knight of Swords. Because right now, recklessness in this world has no place. Carelessness, being excessive, right? Being extravagant, whatever it might be. Knight of Swords, don't. Chill out. You ain't got to prove anything to anybody else right now. That's the theme. Just kind of like stop and slow it down. And then the Hierophant's telling you that maybe it's time to break away from tradition as well. Maybe it's time to go within a little bit and find yourself once again, because you can't really connect with standards right now. You can't really connect with the norm. It's kind of driving you crazy, right? Driving your mind a little bit haywire. So it's telling you, the Hierophant, just to really back off, find your peace, and step away from tradition. It's not working for you right now. So that means you got to meditate. You got to pray a different way. Maybe pray a rosary if you're into that type of a thing, or prayer, whatever it might be. Go to the river, throw some rocks, whatever it is you need to do to get away and break away from the craziness around you. Hierophant, do that. Normally this is cards around tradition, religion, structure, but I'm not reading it so much like that. I'm reading it because the Knight is so erratic, right? It's more like you got to just get away from everything and kind of find yourself a little bit. So not in the traditional sense, more in a way that you feel that you can connect the best with the things around you, okay? That's what I'm feeling right now. And then you have the Two of Cups is saying, don't rely on other people right now. You don't need a relationship. You don't need other people in your life per se. It's always good to have people around, but you don't need to rely on somebody. You got to really rely on yourself to break this pattern right here of the Knight of Swords. It's really hot and hard and heavy, and it's just a very angry type of energy. And then these two cards here equal a 7, right? And the 7 is all like a seventh-day type of a rest, sort of to speak. I'm not really talking about religion here. It's more like just getting away to really center, focus, observe things, analyze, calm the mind, right? Go dark, go zero communication, just slow it way down, because this card, because air can move very quick, as air and fire together, it can be an explosion, okay? And so again, break away, don't get other people involved, and go a little bit solo for a little bit. That's what we're seeing here in energy right now for you with deck number 3. Now we're going to go ahead and pull a couple of oracle cards to see what it has to say for you. Okay, so the message is, call on your, isn't that crazy? Call on your angels. And look at the number, it's a 4 and a 7. Didn't I say 7? So I was saying you have to really break away the 7, your rest, to find your rest, to 4 to get your stability, to 11 to bring your harmony back with whatever it is that you call the divine. Hierophant reverse. It's not the traditional sense of church or structure. It's breaking away. But the 4 that says you need stability at your foundation is more your soul level, because this is a soul level card. And so you got to call on your angels. How? Prayer, meditate. I find it wild that before I even pulled the cards from the oracle deck, the universe gave us this reading here, and it ties in beautifully. I mean, you can't even make this up if you tried. So you see the butterflies too. What does that mean? Butterflies represent transformation. It's time for you to make a change, right? Then you got to, what did I say a minute ago? Didn't I say you have to 7, assess things, get away, like a 7-day type of arrest? Assess. 45. 4, find your stability. You have to, 5, break away from the struggles, to 9, to attain what you want, to achieve that goal, whatever it might be. And we're going to pull one more card because this is kind of heavy. It says connect with your divine. Oh my God. Connect with your divine teachers. What did I say? Break away from tradition, go within a little bit, get out in the nature, whatever you need to do. If you use meditation beads, if you use whatever tool, candle lighting, whatever ceremony ritual that you need, connect with your divine teachers. And that's exactly what it's telling you. It's a 1 and a 2. So look for every opportunity right now to connect, to choose to do that. So 3, so that you can grow and feel at peace once again. This is crazy. I can't even make this up if I tried. Now we're going to throw some dice. I'm curious what the numbers have to say for us. You ready? Guys, 11. 11 is a master number. It's about going to intuition, connecting with your higher self, connecting with the divine, with the spirit guides. And how do you do that? 5 it. Break free from chaos. 6 it. Find your balance. Find your center. To 11. To connect with the divine. Connect with your divine teachers. This is a crazy reading. Anyway, if you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. That's all I have. And if you want your own private reading, head over to wordswithatwist.com and book a reading. And I'll be waiting for you there. And until next time, I want to see you all in my next reading. Bye now.